Hi, the topic of this orientation is how to bake the perfect chocolatey brownie bars. The idea of perfection for a brownie bar is a sweet but not too sweet taste with a creamy and moist savor. A brownie bar is a three-layered brownie which has chocolate chip cookies as the bottom layer, the middle layer is the Oreos, and the top layer is a brownie mix. The ingredients needed in order to bake these delicious bars is 1 13 by 9 inch baking pan, 1 package of the Betty Crocker Fudge Chocolate Brownie Mix, and also the ingredients stated on the back of the Betty Crocker Fudge Brownie Mix, 1 package of Oreos, 1 package of the Toll House Chocolate Chip Cookies dough by Nestle's, 1 can of cooking oil, and a spatula. The first step to be followed of the procedure is to follow the directions as stated on the Betty Crocker Fudge Brownie Mix. The only step not to be followed is any step that demands you to put the brownie mix into a pan and then into the oven. The reasoning behind following the directions to the Betty Crocker Fudge Brownie Mix is that it will ultimately enhance the perfectly chocolatey brownie bar to perfection. Betty Crocker's mix will give the bars the sweet divine taste one wants. This is due to the fact that Betty Crocker contains actual Hershey chocolate cocoa. Hershey chocolate cocoa is one of the best world-renowned chocolate brands that ever was. All in all, the use of the Betty Crocker Fudge Brownie Mix will add a sweet, toothsome, chocolatey taste to the bars. After the first step of the procedure is completed, the next step of assembling your brownie bars comes into action. Assembling means to put together the ingredients of the bars to become one. Next, you want to take your 13 by 9 inch baking pan and spread cooking oil evenly throughout the pan. Thirdly, open the package of the Toll House Chocolate Chip Cookie Dough by Nestle. Spread the pre-made mixture throughout the bottom of the pan using either a spatula or your hands. Your hands might be an easier task. The use of the Toll House chocolate chip cookie mix is essential to the brownie bars. The Toll House mix will slightly break up the extremely sweet taste from the Betty Crocker mix to the bars. Toll House gives off a balanced taste of sweet but slightly salty. This step leads to a chocolate chip brownie bar to perfection because it blocks the risk of the bars falling into the danger zone of being too sweet. The next step to assembling the bars is to put the second layer of Oreos into the pan. Do this by spreading the Oreos around throughout the pan. If you come to a point where you have a little bit of space left but there is not enough for a full Oreo, break the Oreo in half. The use of Oreos will bring the chocolatey brownie bars to perfection because it will give off a creamy and moist taste to the bars. The Oreos are also extremely chocolatey but still gives off the taste of creamy due to the stuffing inside of the Oreo. You want the bars to have a balance of all tastes, and the Oreos will give you that advantage. The final step in the assembling of the bars is to put the final top layer of the Betty Crocker Fudge Brownie Mix. Spread evenly across the top of the middle and bottom layers. Next, enter the bars into the oven when it is fully heated up to 350 degrees. Leave the bars in the oven for 40 minutes. When the 40 minutes are up, use a toothpick to check if the bars are ready. Simply insert the toothpick into the pan and pull it out. If the toothpick is clean, then the bars are ready. Next, take out the pan if the bars are ready and let sit for an hour. After all these steps are followed to completion, the brownies are ready to be served. This is what the final product should look like.